Hi, this is Christa at the Secret Yarnery. Welcome to our crochet podcast, episode 81. Textbook. It's 81. Thanks so much for inviting me over. My name is Christa, and that is my Secret Yarnery. Today, I'm just going to share with you a little of what I have finished, what I'm working on, just a quick little update of what I've been up to in the yarnery. So starting with finished objects, there is no S on that. That was a mispronunciation. Finished object, and by I mean like a couple hours ago. Oops, oh, it's bigger than I thought. There we go. Can you see the bottom of it yet? There we are. So that is the Drunken Granny in Savor. I have to measure it actually, but it is that wide. Well, it is that tall, right? It is that tall, and it is this wide. So I think that's pretty great. It's kind of like a toddler baby blanket, usable, also usable just for like on your lap watching TV. So I wanted to do, this is my second Drunken Granny, I wanted to do one with Savor yarn because my first one I did in Kenyan acrylic, and it does not come with yardage or anything fancy like that. So this is with Kenyan acrylic. And this is 500 grams of Kenyan acrylic. Still a pretty good size, smaller though, but a nice size for a baby. But I got a lot of questions over the years of how much yarn did I use, how many yards, how many meters, and I don't know. And then I have to email back and be like, I don't know. So I did it again in Savor, which of course has yardage. So this is 990 meters and 600 grams. So 3 skeins of Savor. And I love it. So now I'm gonna work on a border. Well, not now, but now I can work on a border. I'm gonna do another tutorial for it also. So like a modernized or a new Drunken Baby tutorial, plus work on a border. So I'm excited about that, and I just finished it this morning. So super happy that is done, and that's my only finished object. I have been also working on the Wipless Circles, which is folded up, by the way. Whoop, as I drop it. So there's a lot of blanket here. Let me show it from behind, because it's a bit too big to show you right here. There. Can you see that? I can hold it the other way so you're not, there we go. That's how big it is now. And I love it a lot. I love it a lot, obviously. So this beauty, now this is ready to get filmed because I am leaving the sides, all of the edges. So I'm going to put my square in last, and then granny square it out to be straight. Let me show you the granny square I have done, or the granny finish, I should say. Here it is. So it'll be like this. So this is the last one I'm going to join, and then I'm just going to keep going up, doing that cute little granny square join so that it's flat along the edges. And then the corners, let me find your corner that I've done properly. The corners are like this. So I'll have two. I'll have to put a square here and then a square here for it to be done. And then the corner of the blanket, the edge, is going to be like this, a bit rounded. So it'll be a rounded edge, frankly, circle blanket, or rounded corners, I should say. So that's the edge that I have right now, where I'm going to kind of finish it off. So that is ready to get filmed. I want to kind of film that so it's part of the tutorial, so when people are joining theirs up, they can be like, oh, that's what it's supposed to look like. Because when you're working on it, it feels a bit weird leaving these big circles along the edge, you know what I mean? So that is on to the filming upcoming filming tutorial list. So excited about that. And that's all I've been doing, just those two things. So now it's just this thing. So now it's just filming. So I don't have a whip. I'm whipless until I film. I don't know if that's good or bad. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Anyway, what else is new? That's it for crochet. So news of the week, I have not checked Amazon for deals. If you found a deal at Amazon, let me know in the comments below. I did see Clovers are getting a little more sensible in price. Let me just check now while I'm here. After that big Clover scare though, I'm a bit hesitant to suggest, but let me check. Clover crochet hook sets, $38.79, not a bad deal. And I think they're sold by Clover or by Amazon. So those are guaranteed to be the right ones. And I have purchased them 6 times. You've purchased this 6 times. I know, and I love every set. So I'll put a link to those down below if you're interested in getting a Clover hook. The individual ones are not on like a decent sale right now. They're still $7 or $8 each, which isn't that great. I like to get them under $5. So I'll be keeping an eye on that and let you know when they are decent price. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell beside that so you don't miss out on any awesome stuff just like this. Kinda. Hashtag, is this awesome? Don't know. Other news, it is winter here, so super cold. And by super cold, I mean 12 to 13 degrees Celsius in the mornings outside. We do not have heat, and I live in a stone house with a stone yarnery, so it is a bit chilly. I do walk around with a hot water bottle. Oh. And I keep it wrapped up in a crochet blanket. Yes, I should crochet a cover, but haven't got around to it. Plus, I have about 20 hot water bottles. So, but I was thinking about it. I'm like, what if I did small little 1-row granny squares, join them together for the second round, like the second round, join them together? It would actually be really cute. So I'm actually pondering doing that with some scraps because that'd be really fun. And other news, if you have shopped on my website, secretyarnery.com, PayPal is no longer available. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, it's totally true. Apparently, I don't know, but I live in Kenya and I do share my patterns with people all over the world, and apparently PayPal finds that, what do they call it? They had a word for it. I'm not saying derogatory, but it was not a pleasant word. It was too high risk to continue, I suppose. So there's no more PayPal available on my website, which really sucks, but that's how life is. I love Kenya. I'm not gonna move anytime soon anyway. So that's the cards I have. So now on the website, super easy to still get your patterns, but you do have to do it through my normal gateway, which is PayPal, super reputable, been around for 12 or 13 years, the very first pioneering online payment gateway in East Africa. So it's very secure, but you do have to kind of like create an account and go through there because they also keep your information very secure. So that's a bit of a hassle. Also, if your payment hasn't gone through, it's like I've tried and it doesn't go through. That is your bank blocking it because PayPal is a payment gateway in Africa. So your credit card / your bank flags that as suspicious behavior because you don't normally shop in East Africa. Do you know what I mean? So you just have to call your bank and say, please allow payments from secretyarnery.com, and they'll keep all of the rest of the world on lock, but they will unlock, like they'll let you do whatever purchases you want from secretyarnery.com specifically. So it keeps the region still on lock, but you're allowed to make purchases from my store no matter where I am. So that is one thing that you might be struggling with. I know I get a lot of emails about it and I apologize. I'm working on another solution with maybe a payment gateway that is here and also closer to you. But as of yet, I haven't found an option. So that's just how it is unless I move back to the West. Yeah, I can't see that happening. No time soon anyway. So that is the news, the good, the bad, and the ugly that's going on at the Secret Yarnery. And other than that, I've been sitting in my bed with hot water bottles, crocheting and watching TV. It's true. Watching Naked and Afraid. Didn't know that existed. Don't start me. Watching 90 Day Fiancé, didn't know that existed, and actually binge watching that. Also Bar Rescue. So basically my idea of good TV is TV that's not so good, but entertaining enough where I can crochet and just kind of listen. You know, so it's kind of like, oh, what? And you're, what? How? Who? And other than that, you're just crocheting. So that is my dream TV shows to watch. And anything actually really good, I don't watch. Like I have a whole list of shows that I have to watch. You can't crochet to. It's like things are going on, and I haven't watched them in so long, months and months, because I like to crochet in bed watching TV. So that's all that's going on. If you haven't joined us for a live chat, they're every Friday on my channel. Oh, memberships. Forgot to tell you about that. So there is a link down below for joining the channel, and over there there's a video explaining memberships. So think about that and check it out. I'm like, what? Anyway, it's Emoji Central. We got the coolest emojis. So I think so. Am I biased to my own emojis? I think so. Anyway, that's pretty much all that's going on. Just having a great old time in the Chilly Willy, Africa. Nairobi. We also got bunnies. I don't know how that happened. Well, it did. I drove into the bush. So crazy, crazy story. Drove forever. Anyway, the guy drops me a pin. Like, you know, on WhatsApp, you know, location pin. And I'm like, what? It's like a dirt track through a forest. And you know you're gone pretty far when they're like a motorbike with people drives by and they just kind of shout like, Mzungu, Mzungu. Because it's like, why is there a white person on your road, right? You're like, am I off the beaten path? Is this where the bunnies are? And no, they're not where the bunnies are. It was a footpath to get from that dirt road to where the bunnies were. Yeah, that didn't work out. So it took about 2 hours to get off the dirt road and back and around and find the bunnies. And we have 2 bunnies. One is a Flemish giant, so adorable. His name is Jerry. And the other I was told was a younger Flemish giant, but turns out it's just a rabbit named Ben. Tiny little, he's growing. Tiny, we actually didn't think he was gonna live. I'm like, what? We rescued them from a, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not a meat packer, but definitely one of those places where, you know, they raise some bunnies and sell them for a couple dollars to a butchery. We can say that for sure. So, anyway, super cute. Never thought I'd like bunnies. Totally like bunnies. Like I really like bunnies. Building a bunny enclosure in the back, like a big one. Just planting it today. Well, we planted it yesterday and now we're putting the net on today. And by we, I mean my awesome gardener. So net on top so the birds won't come and eat the bunnies. So anyway, that's all going on. Another thing I want to tell you about is Churchill and Mabel's channel, Snuggle and Snore. If you have gone over and checked that out, awesome. I started a channel before, I guess it was a couple years ago now, for Churchill and Mabel. They're my English bulldogs, which I imported from Prague in the Czech Republic. So they're lovely little English bulldogs. They're 2 years old now, so they're like normal big English bulldogs. Really, really cute, and I love them so much. I made a channel for them. And I was gonna have like a dog channel, like cute dog stuff, but I don't think I have the character for that because, I don't know, like some dog people are pretty harsh, and not all dog people, or they're probably not harsh, maybe their comments are harsh, but like I love my dogs a lot and I do the best for them that I can, and you know, just some of the comments, like, oh, you like that one more. Oh, did you see how, you know, she did this or she did that? And it's like, I don't really want that in my life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really need that. So I'm gonna change that channel because I do wanna have kind of another, like I wanna keep this for crochet, but I also wanna share the other parts of my life with you, like, you know, going on a crazy drive into a forest to find bunnies, perhaps, like things like that that aren't crochet related, but then I can put them over on what used to be Snuggle and Snore and is now, that's a drum roll by the way, the polka dot pond. Because who doesn't like polka dots? I love polka dots. So polka dot pond, love it, love saying it, love everything about it. Hope there's not too many other polka dot ponds out there. And who remembers polka dot door? The polka dot door. I mean, I totally do. So retro flashback to all of that. I'm changing Snuggle and Snore to the polka dot pond. Wish I had a pond. I mean, I have a fish hole. I have a hole. I have a fishing, I guess I have a fish pond. Anyway, we're calling it polka dot pond, even if I didn't have a pond, because I want to say it. So polka dot pond, and that's where I'm going to be putting up some like animal-y stuff and out and about or shopping or whatever I get up to. So it's a total dedicated spot for the other side, like outside of the Secret Yarnery. Which, by the way, you cannot make very many channel names putting secret in it that don't sound creepy. Do you know what I mean? Because we were like, well, it should be kind of something secret so they know it's like part of the Secret Yarnery, but like the other side of the Secret Yarnery. Do you know what I mean? Like the other side of the secret. Like everything you put with secret is super creepy. Just try it. Think of like 3 things in your head, like secret window, or the secret pond, or what else is secret? Secret adventures. Like you're like, what? Like everything is creepy and dirty. So we just found that out. We're like, wow, secret's really hard to match with anything that doesn't have a yarnery. Right? I didn't know. Very, very tricky thing to do. So anyway, that was interesting. We went with Polka Dot Pond. So that's linked somewhere. I'll link it down below. You can check it out. Well, actually, don't check it out. I haven't put up any new videos yet. So don't even bother checking it out until I put up another video, but I wanted to tell you about it first. Right? Okay, now that honestly is all the news I have. If I have more news when I turn off the camera, I'm gonna be like really gutted. I'm gonna write it down for next week. 82. I'm gonna put notes down right away. So thanks so much for inviting me over and hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments down below underneath this video, and I'd love to answer them. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So have a super great day. We'll see you in the next video, and stay hooked. Oh, where's my book? Oh, so nothing. I have nothing to say. Isn't that great? And lots of other things. Other news. I wrote this down. I have nothing on my list to talk to you about other than like PayPal. Like tell them about PayPal. Nothing. Okay, another thing I need to tell you about. What was it? Totally forgot. It'll come back to me if I stare at the same tree long enough. Bunnies in the back. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. It's cold. Oh, I got bunnies. How many times am I going to be saying goodbye? Really? Can you believe how many things I forgot? Like, can't even count them. Anyway. And I spent all morning looking at this piece of paper being like, well, you know, what are you going to talk about? What have you done? And I'm like, nothing. Drunken Granny, frankly, circle. You're like, what else happened? PayPal. You're like, what else happened? Nothing. Nothing. In a month. Nothing. Apparently a couple things. Anyway. Thank you so much. And we'll hang out soon. Oh, I totally forgot to drink my tea. Caricho Gold. I'll link that down below too. So good. Okay, now I'm really going.